Hello, let's do the New York Times Medium Sudoku for June 13th, 2023. I use a systematic approach to these it's also a fun approach. I know systematic might not imply fun, but the way that I approach these puzzles as a learning aid, I approach it somewhat in the same order so that you can follow along with your own solves. But also, it is much more fun than some traditional methods you may have used to solve Sudoku. Now, I can't spend an hour in every day just going over the same content over and over. And so what I've done is I've linked in the description a video where I have done just that, where I go over in great detail from base principles how everything works and how to approach it. And so then for these solves, I just follow that methodology as best as I can. So there is a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, as well as that video. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay. So we're going to start with this box here. We have the 2, 3, and 6. The 2 does not have a buddy. The 3 does. So these 3s all look into this box, putting a 3 into one of these 2 cells. And if you're curious about any of my notation styles, what that means, the corner marks or center marks, again, I go over in that video. So do take a look. It is a great resource for you. All these 6s look into this box. So there's a 6 in one of these 2 cells as well. That's it for duplicate digits, for buddies. We do have this filled box row, and this 2 is affected by that. So when we have a filled box row, we look for any digits in the non-row, non-box within that band that aren't already placed in that box. So this 2 is not yet placed in this box, which means that this filled box row is taking out an entire row the 2 could have been in. So that means the 2 is in one of these 3 cells, and then that's going to cause pointing, where because 2 is either here, here, or here, 2 can't be anywhere else in the rest of the row, because no matter what, it will be in row 2. So the rest of the row is not 2, including these cells. This 2 says not here, so 2 ends up down here. The important thing that we've learned is that these 3 cells are not 2. Okay, and that's it for the filled box row. Are there any rows or boxes down to 4 or fewer cells? Yes, this box here. So what do we need in the box? Well, we need 1, 2, and when I say 1, I'm noticing this 1 looking in. So actually, let's do that now while we list out the digits. So, well, I wanted to list out all the digits because I saw there were a few digits down here. So let's list them all out first. But I am noticing this 1. So we have 1, 2, 5, and 7. And so what I'm noticing here is not just the 1, but the 5 is also taken out of these cells because it's in this column. And so these 2 cells here are the only 2 cells that can be 1 or 5 at all. And so these are the cells that are 1, 5. It's called a hidden pair. So if you think about it, where do 1 and 5 go in this box? Only these 2 cells. You need 2 cells for both of them, so no other digit can go in them, meaning that they aren't a 2, for example. So I can remove the 2 quarter marks from there, and that leaves only 1 place left for 2 in this box, which is right here. And then this is going to be the last digit for the box, the 7. Now this 1, 5 pair does also remove 1 and 5 from the rest of the row, because 1 and 5 will be here. So unfortunately, we don't have like buddies for that or anything, and it didn't reduce this row to 4 or fewer. So we're going to hold off on any penciling there for the moment. We're going to see if we get any help vertically first. If we don't, we'll come back and we'll do more complicated stuff with that. Okay, so I think that's what we get out of this. We did get the 2, which we already had the buddy for. The 7 does not have a buddy. Cool. All right, so we're going to move on to the next band here. So I'm going to start with this 1, 4. Always starting with the box with the least givens. These 2 1s looking in. There's a 1 in one of these 2. We have these 2 4s looking in. There's a 4 down here. All right, that 1 and 4, and then we also have the 7 and 9, both of which have buddies. So these 2 7s look in. This 7 helps, putting a 7 in one of these 2. And then we have these 2 9s looking in. This 9 helps a lot because there's now only 1 place for 9 in this box. We can use a big 9 there. All right. Normally we would have to follow up on that 9, but it didn't affect this top band. The top band is the only thing we scanned so far. So we will get back around to using that 9 later when we scan stacks. For the medium solves, I only follow up on things that we've already done, so we have to revisit. If we haven't done it yet, we'll do it when we get there. All right. Keeps things a little bit less jumpy aroundy. That's the official name for it. Okay. That's all I'm seeing here. No rows or boxes down to 4 or fewer as far as I can tell. So let's move on. we do have this 5. It does not have a buddy. We have 2, 4, and 8. Only the 8 has a buddy. This 8 does look down, putting an 8 in one of these two. I think that might be all we get out of this band. There's no rows or boxes down to 4 or fewer. There's no filled box rows. Yeah, okay. Cool. So now we're going to do stacks. Sometimes you don't get much. It's fine. I'll just go top to bottom here. We have 2, 3, 6. So the 2 does have a buddy. 2's one of those two. The 3 and 6 do not. We also have 4, 7, 9. No buddies there. Oh, the 4 actually, sorry. The 4 does have a buddy, and that's important because this 4 also looks in. That places a 4. Now, when I was talking about follow-ups, remember, we have already done this band. So we need to follow up on this band with the 4 we just placed. It now has a buddy. And that does put a 4 over here somewhere. It also reduced this row to only 4 digits left. And so we want to scan that as well. We want to think about what the digits are. We need 1, 5, 8, 9. 1, 5, 8, 9. So the first thing I'm seeing is this 1, 9 here. So if this can't be 1, 9, it's down to just 5, 8. We're going to use center marks to mark that. Cell-centric marking. So what was that? 1, 5, 8, 9. This can't be 8, so this is 1, 5, 9. And otherwise, we are not very restricted. I think these can be all of 1, 5, 8, 9. So no more to do with that. I don't think the 5, 8 or 1, 5, 9 do anything at the moment. All right, so that was the follow-up on that 4. Did we have anything else? 2, 4, 8? No, I think that was it. Okay. So anything else? Yeah, this stack has 4 digits remaining. So let's think about that. We need the 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. So these aren't 7. And they aren't 1. Look, the 1s take 1 out of here, and the 7 takes out of there. So where do 1 and 7 go in this column? Only here. This is a hidden 1, 7 pair. And that leaves behind whatever 2 digits were left. Not the 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5 and the 6 are remaining. Okay, so that's a 5, 6 pair. That 5, 6 pair does affect the rest of the box, removing 5, 6 from it. Because 5, 6 are over here. So they're not going to be here too. And so we're left with the 1, 2, 3, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 8. So I'm saying these can't be 2. And so these are 1, 3, 8, and I'm going to clean up the 1 on top. This is 2, 3, 8 because it's not a 1. I think this can be any of 1, 2, 3, 8. Okay. So anything else in this stack that we want to look at here? I don't think so. I think that's all we get. That was quite a bit, though. I like this 1, 7. Oh, wait, hold on. There is more to this 1, 7 pair, which is I did not notice. I forgot we had this 1, 5 pair here. Remember, we couldn't mark it at the time. That's always the danger. If you get something interesting like a pair, if you can bake it into your markings, that helps, but I could not justify it at the time. But anyway, this can't be a 1 because of the 1, 5 pair here. So this ends up being the 7 and the 1. Sorry for almost missing that. And placing that 7 and 1, we do want to follow up. So we have these 2 7s here. Puts a 7 down here. Now, that does place the 7 in the box. We have all these 7s looking in, so that 7 gets placed. And then we're left with a hidden 2, 6 pair in this box here. Notice the 2 and the 6 could only go here and here. So that leaves a pair behind over here. We need the 1 and the 5. And that leaves a pair here for the box. We need a 8 and 9. Okay. Now that 8, 9 pair affects the column, making this a 3, making that a 1, because we can't be 8 or 9 anymore. That makes that 5 and 1. All right, this cleans up quite a bit. We're left with a 2, 8 pair here. All right, there's just a pair left down here. These are 6, 7. This 7 tells us the order. That's 6, that's 7. And then we have a triple left down here. We need a 3, 5. Ooh, this can't be 3 or 5. So this is going to be the naked single, the other digit, the 9. Okay, it's a naked single 9. That's what I said, a naked single, the other digit. All right, so let's follow up on all these blue digits we just got. The 1 does not have a buddy. The 6 does have a buddy. So we're going to do that. All these 6s. The 7 has a buddy. The 7's here. Okay. And then we got the 9. The 9 does not have a buddy. Since we're almost there anyway, I am seeing that this stack has these 2 9s, though. So let's just mark that while we're looking at 9s. Also, this row has been reduced to 3 cells. So let's look at that. We need 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. The only thing I'm seeing is this 4 right here. So it's just 1, 2, 4, and this one's not a 4. Okay. Anything else to follow up on here before we move on? I don't think so. I think that's it for now. This stack, obviously, nothing else to do for that stack. So let's do this stack now. So we do have the 5. Nobody for the 5. 1, 4. We already did the 9. So we have these two 4s looking down. This 4 looks in, putting a 4 in one of these two. 1, 4, 9, 5. All right, no other buddies. This column is down to 3 open cells. So we need the 3, 6, and 9. We know the 9's not up here. That's not a 6. Okay, I'm just going to fill 3, 6, 9 here. That's not 6, that's not 9. I don't think it does anything at the moment. We know the 9's down here. Okay. Anything else worth marking? At the moment, I'm not sure there is. Let's do this final stack, and then we'll take a closer look at things box by box. Unless this finishes the puzzle. I don't think it will. So there's no buddies for the 7s, no buddy for the 1 or the 9. So no buddies at all in this stack. I don't really see any restricted columns or boxes in this stack. Yeah, not much to do there. Okay. So we did not finish the puzzle on our first pass. Sometimes we finish, sometimes we don't. You never know, depends on the puzzle. I guess I did miss this. I did miss a follow-up here on this 3. I think it was the 3 that I placed, or maybe the 9. But this row is down to 4 open cells. So if you get through everything, do take a gander to see if there's any rows, columns, boxes down to 4 or fewer that you didn't look at yet. It's very easy to miss that follow-up. So that's the next thing to really just check for is, did I actually follow up on everything properly? So we need a 2, 5, 6, 8. 2, 5, 6, 8. This can be any of 2, 5, 6, 8. This can't be 6, this can't be 8. So I'm going to write it out. 2, 5, 6, 8. That's not 6, that's not 8. I'm very curious about whether we form a triple in this column, but I only see 2 out of the 3. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else of note there. Any other rows, columns, boxes down to 4 or fewer? Need a drink of water here. Yeah. This row here is down to 4 because we have the 1, 5 pair. That happened when we got the 7. So this is down to 3, 4, 8, 9. Okay, this sees 3, 8, 9, right? So we can just fill it out. 3, 4, 8, 9. We can clean it up. That's not 9, that's not 3, that's not 8. So we want to check if these do anything. We do know the 3 and 4 are limited over here already. Okay, I'm not seeing anything of note for those. I am seeing that this 5 and this 1 did join, that do have buddies, actually, this 1, 5 pair. So I missed that as well. And so we can corner mark 1s and 5s up here, and this one's not a 1. So for better or for worse, we did miss that. This row is down to 1, 5, 8, 9. Unfortunately, this can be any of 1, 5, 8, 9. We already did look at that, but we're double checking. This can be any of 2, 5, 6, 8, as far as I can tell. All right, I think that's it for anything I might have missed in a follow-up. That doesn't hurt to just double check, but what we're going to do is we can double check as we go through. So we're going to go through box by box now, and we're going to look at how the band and the stack are affected by that box, or affect the box. So we have this 8, 9 pair. We're making sure that we've respected any like pairs or pointing that we have in that box. If we've already marked the whole box up, there's really nothing else to find for it. So we move on. Just make sure we respected the 1, 5 pair here. We did. We also got the buddies for them. Nothing else really for that box. This box has a lot of potential, but it only has 1 given in it. But we do have this 2, 6, 7 here. So what we can do is we can look for anything up here that's not 2, 6, 7 that's placed. With most of the digits were 2, 6, 7. We do have 3, 4, and 6. We can make sure we got the 3, 4 corner mark there, and we can make sure we got the... the 6 is part of 2, 6, 7. We can make sure we got the 3 and the 4 corner marked, which we did. So... we also center marked everything that was worth center marking. Making sure we're respecting our corner marks. We do. Okay, so nothing with that box. We have the 2-8 pair and the 5-6 pair. Those are respected. We can check to see if there's any pairs made horizontally by coincidence, like this 2-5-6 and this 5-6 was almost a pair, but not quite. Nothing there. Let's look at this box here. So what I'm looking for here are, we've got this 4-9 and this 1-4 and this 1-4, right? We want to look at this column, basically looking in, and this row looking in, see if there's anything helpful there. So this 3 looking in is potentially helpful, but we don't have any 3s helping out over here. We have this 3, but it's not helpful, right? It overlaps just here. Means 3 is not in these. We already knew that. So 3 is left in these 3, so we can't do anything with that. There's not any additional digits to help out, because 1 and 9 are already in the box. We can also check how 4 might be affected in different places. We already have it corner marked here. We already have it corner marked here. So I think that's all we get out of this. This was already we looked for. It is all of 2, 5, 6, 8. So yeah, there's just not a whole lot going on here. I'm seeing, okay, we can look at this column as well if we'd like to, this 6 looking down. But unfortunately, 6 is basically anywhere else. Okay, yeah, so we're going to move on to the next box here. So this 1, 9, and 7, we're interested in anything in this row. Unfortunately, the 7, 1, and 9 are the only things useful there. Or only things there that could be useful, but they aren't because they're already in the box. We're going to look vertically here. We have the 3 and the 6. So one thing to take note of is that 3 and 6 are here. Now the 3 actually is helpful. The 3 is a crossing on this 9, 7. So this 3 looks in and this 3 looks in. And that's very helpful because it means 3 is limited to these 2 cells here in this box. And that is going to point, removing 3 from the rest of the row. So this cannot be 3, meaning it's a naked single 6. Very nice. Now that removed a 6 corner mark from this box, look for other 6 corner marks. You only have to look in the same row and column as it, because that's the only place we mark them. So that places the 7 here, which then also places the 6, which also places the 7, which then places this 7 based on our corner marks. Very nice. All right, the 6s and 7s are done vertically. How about the 6s and 7s horizontally? Yes, they're all done there too as well. Okay. In fact, 7s are done on the grid. 6s are not. Okay, so this new 6 looking in along with this 6 does place 6 in this box here, and then that gives us the 2, 6 here, and it gives us the 5, 6 here, and 6s are actually done. Very nice. That 2 looks down, leaving 2 for just these 2 cells here. Now that 2 has a buddy. The 2 points in, this 2 looks in, and this 2 looks down, placing this 2. Nice. This can't be 5 anymore. In fact, this whole row is down to 2, 8, so we can mark that. All right, so anything else to clean? We just got a bunch of digits, so the most important thing to look for when you're this close to finishing the puzzle is just look for the restricted rows, columns, boxes. So like this box is down to 4 now. I don't know if this is the most restrictive, but it's what I'm seeing. We just got a bunch of digits in this area. So what are we down to? We're down to 2, 3, 5, 8. We can see that this 3 looking in puts 3 in one of these 2. Yeah, this is a 3, 9 pair here. That's helpful. Otherwise, okay, so this is not 3. So this is 2, 5, 8. Honestly, this can be 2, 3, 5, 8. Oh, remember these 3s pointing in? This can't be a 3. So actually 3 is placed in this box. Almost missed that. That's a hard scan. To just rescan your pointing. That can be very easy to miss, I guess I should say. This is down to 2, 5, 8. All right, what else do we have? This row is down to 2, 5, 8. Not much help there, though. Got kind of all these 2, 8s going on and 2, 5, 8s. Okay. I don't see anything to do with it yet. What else do we have here? This is down to 4. It is the 1, 4, 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. Well, this 4 looks in, meaning 4 is in one of these 2 cells. And so that points up, removing 4 from here and removing 4 from here, leaving just these 4s. Unfortunately, we don't get to place a 4 out of that. Okay, well, the rest of this box, so there was 1, 4. So these can't be 4, right? So these are from 1, 5, 9. And this 1, 9. So, okay, so this can't be 4, 1, or 9. So the only digit this can be is a 5. Gives us 3 and 5, 9 and 3. Now this 9 looking in, the 9 still needs to happen in the box somewhere. So that makes this, the 9 can only be here now. These 2 9s look in. So that places the 9, the 4, and the 1 in the box. This can't be 4 anymore, leaving behind a 1-2 pair. We need 4 and 8 in this box. You can see from the corner marks, this is the 4, this is the 8. This 5 looking up gives us the 8, and the 3, and the 4, and the 9. And then we're left with 1, 5. This 1 tells us that's 5, that's 1. We get 9 and 8 here. All right, we are finishing up. We can place the 4 and the 3 in this box. This is a 5. Gets us the 2, 8, 2, 8, 2, 8, and 5. All right, we get the 1 and the 2 here. 1 and 5, and we're done. All right, so it seems like there was just some pointing, well, I feel like it was the 4? No, there was the 3. The 3 crossing in was probably the most important spot of the puzzle. I think that caused a cascade of events. I think the pointing 4s in here were also important. That had a cascade effect to actually just kind of finish the puzzle. So I think those were the 2 important spots that you're not going to see on your first pass, unless you're looking for more than I do on the first pass, which in my hard solves, for example, I may have noticed it a little earlier. So yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know how you did. And if you did enjoy it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.